Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1963 Olympia SG1 vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and built as a premium office desktop typewriter. It's an absolute beast, and it's got that luxury feel that most Olympias have. And the size is just insane. Let's see here, we got 16 front and back, about 9 high, and from knob to knob we have 19 inches. Probably weighs about 45 pounds. All right, up top are the margins. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that on 0, and the right one I'm going to keep around 85 to 90. And this has an automatic feeder, so there's a dial to tell you exactly what space you want to load that to. I have it on 8, so what that does is it loads it to exactly where I want it to go. Like this. That's exactly where I want it to be, and there's other options all in between. If you have it on 16, which is the highest setting, it loads about twice as high, and if you have it on 4, it loads it right below the paper bale. So that's really cool. We're going to put the color on black. When you have it on red, it prints the bottom portion of the ribbon. When you have it on blue, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it on white, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. And when you have it on blue, it prints black. We're going to keep that on black. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3, and everything in between. Actually, it's so if you have it on 1, it skips 2 half spaces. When you have it on 2, it skips 4 half spaces. When you have it on 3, it skips 6 half spaces, and you can do all the in betweens. Like 1, I don't know if it gives you 1. So from 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are your options on this. But we're just going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. Oops. We skipped a half a space on that. That's okay. But on this next line, I'm going to print a sentence in red. So I'm going to swap this dial to the red. Beautiful. It's got that luxury feel, the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. Super powerful, smooth. And it's got another option to space out. This button here, push it down into the back, it locks into place. This will space 2 spaces per character instead of 1. So let's test that out. Okay, I'm not doing something right here. But anyway, if you want to skip a space, and if you space and you double space, then that's what that does. Okay, I'm not sure exactly how to use it, but I would never use that. I'm not sure why that's what they would put that. They would do all the work to put that in there. It's probably not easy to put that into the escapement. Okay, so let's take a look at that print. It's got Elite 11 characters per inch, and it's about as good as print as you can get with all of the top high quality parts and engineering put into this machine. I can only imagine having an office with a machine like this in it. Must be, I don't know, Wall Street or something, somewhere that's got a lot of money, because if you have 20 people working in your office and you got the top of the line typewriters, then that would be nice, actually. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that to the front, unlocks the rollers underneath the plate, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Also allows you to straighten the page. If you load it crooked, then you can just flip that and straighten it and then flip it back and it straightens out. Backspace on the right side. This also has 2 extra keys that most Olympias don't have. It's got a TH as a bottom, as a regular, and the capital would be the degree symbol. And below that is the fraction, 1 fraction, and the up arrow. Most typewriters don't have those keys. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. This one doesn't catch automatically. There it is. So it doesn't catch with the space bar, it doesn't catch with the um, carriage release, and that's by design. Most of these luxury desktop ones don't catch by the carriage release, so that way you can maneuver the carriage completely without getting stopped. So this one only stops when you're typing, and to release that, you hit the MR button. It allows you to get past it. Very good. We're going to put that color back on black. Tab on the top side. I believe I have tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear all of them by flipping this switch on the left side down like that, and that clears all your tabs. Very smooth, good break on the tab. I'm going to set one in the middle. I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. It stops right there. To clear that one specific tab, hit the clear button. So that just clears one tab instead of all of them, like the lever on the left does. I'm going to keep one set right there. All right, so we already did the shift and the shift lock. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Touch control on the right side. The higher you go, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print. That goes all the way up to 8 and down to 1. I had it on 1. It's got a pretty good tension on 1, so I wouldn't personally move that past 1. The hood just pops up straight from the front. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. Actually, no, it's the opposite. So it's all loaded on the right, so it's pulling counterclockwise to the left. And if you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, you just flip the switch behind it like that towards the middle. On both either side will do that. That's meant to automatically reverse when you get to the end of the ribbon. There's a little eyelet that will catch on that and swap it automatically to the side it needs to go to. Very good. Super high quality parts. They're all color coordinated, and that's to prevent rust and for identification purposes for the parts. Olympia just did not rush anything. They did everything right on pretty much everything they did until they went international, making them in Japan, I think. That was past the golden age of typewriters anyway. So that hooks into the back and it snaps down on the front. Good. Okay, we got a carriage release. That's hitting the wall. There we go. On both sides. That's about as loud as you can get with a bell. So these things, if you had 10 of these in an office, that's all you hear is those bells going ding. This is your paper release, right? Now this is also the tab reset for all tabs, all tab clear on both sides. So this is the one on this side, and this is your carriage release. Super smooth. Even though it's a beast of a machine, it still doesn't take any effort to push that, which is amazing. It's super smooth. And if you push in this button, it disables the spacing. There you go. Just needs a little bit of oil. Disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page between the lines. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. And sometimes you can do that. I don't think the line space selector allows that, but this lever does. There you go. That disables the spacing. You just want to be careful when you disable the spacing because you will lose your original line. Sometimes, like the Hermes has an option to where you hold one knob and turn the other, and it allows you to get in between the line without losing your line. This one does not have that option. That's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.